Good day, everyone. My name is Mariel Prion. I am 19 years old and I am from the Philippines. So, for today, I will be giving you a short talk about advocacy in motion, the power of storytelling. For today's agenda, we will discuss the following. Number one, what is an advocacy? What is it for? Why is it important to know what it is in relation to your organization? And number two, what do we know about your organization? We're going to talk about it. And number three, the power of core stories and how much it is important in today's time that we are in a pandemic. And so, what else can we do to promote our organization and our mission? And number four, maximizing social media as a platform to communicate with people from around the world. Okay, so a quick background about me. Once again, my name is Marielle. I am 19 from the Philippines. I am also a nature advocate. Currently, I am the environment sector head of Young Earth Scientist Society. It is an organization that is led by students and other professionals in the field of sciences. In my case, I may be a humanities student, but I am a lover of science. And secondly, I am a Philippine ambassador for UYOLO. It is an international organization that aims to promote the SDGs or Sustainable Development Goals. And lastly, I was the former president of the Bedan Environmental Philosophers Organization, or BIPO for short. It is a student-led organization that aims to promote environmental awareness. Secondly, I am also a beauty queen. I am the current Miss Teen Glam Philippines 2019 and your Miss Teen Glam International 2020. And third, I am a second-year college student taking up Bachelor of Arts in Behavioral Sciences in De La Salle University, Manila. So let's begin. What is an advocacy? I am sure you've heard this so many times, but let's go back to its definition. So, advocacy came from the Latin word advocare, which means to speak for someone or for a certain group of people, and it implies in identifying a cause, believing in it, mobilizing, and influencing other people to support it. In other words, it is your purpose, why you are here, and why are you a member of your organization? What are you fighting for? And in my own experience, I have discovered my advocacy through my passion. I am very passionate in looking after the environment. I grew up in a mountainous region, and because of that, I had a natural appreciation for Mother Earth. And since I want to look after it, it became my cause. And with that, I joined organizations, and now here I am giving a talk about it. So, in finding an advocacy, you must first discover what are you passionate about. What is a certain cause that is close to your heart? Are you for mental health, education, the environment? Are you fighting for women's rights or men's rights? It is entirely up to you. Anything that is close to your heart. Or whenever you see something on television or you read something on the newspaper, do you ever get the feeling that it is somehow affecting you in a way? For example, you have read a news about a child not getting education or proper education because he or she does not have the money for it. Do you feel affected? If yes, then maybe that is your calling. So, an advocacy is also your calling in life, your purpose, the reason why you are here on this world. So, number one, an advocacy, it implies on a cause, something that you are passionate about, something that you are close to, and it affects you personally. And secondly, you believe in it. You believe in what you see. You believe in this cause of yours. And with that, you want to inspire other people to support you. And now comes Another question, how can we put that into action? I have 4 steps. Number 1, educate. Number 2, inspire. Number 3, empower. And lastly, act. You cannot miss the first step or the second or the third. You cannot act right away on your advocacy if you don't know or if you have not followed the 3 steps to educate, inspire, and empower. Why is this important? Because how can you act upon something that you know nothing about, right? How can you become a nature advocate if you do not know anything else about nature? Yes, it can be the rivers, the trees, or your surroundings, but there is more to nature than just by looking at it. So number 1, you need to educate yourself about your advocacy. Learn more about your passion. And you may do so by attending forums, seminars, or any gathering of organizations that are willing to have a talk. And secondly, do research. Read a lot of books. Read a lot of articles about your advocacy. In my experience, I did a lot of research about the environment, most especially about climate action and zero waste management because, again, it is my advocacy. And if I want to speak up about it and if I want to act, I must first know what to tell to my peers or to my families and friends. What can I share to them that they do not know yet? So that's very important to educate yourself. You must first know a lot of details and background about your advocacy. And second, once you have had enough knowledge about your advocacy, move on to the second step, inspire. And by definition, inspire means to infuse into the mind. And you can do that by using your voice. Which is why that is the title of my talk, The Power of Storytelling, by using your voice to influence other people. And in using your voice, you have to make it personal. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is when you talk to a person and you want to discuss about your advocacy, like for example, in your organization, Umeed Sahar, it's about education, right? Educating the children to uplift their poor families. So when you talk to a person, you don't say right away that this is my organization, so join us. No, you cannot encourage people to join your cause if they do not know what it is about. You cannot force them to support you if you cannot give them a short background or a personal story on why you are so passionate about it. So in my experience, what I did is that whenever I would talk to a person or a family member, I would first share an experience that I had 2 years ago. On the year 2018, I joined a cleanup activity. It was a stormy day, and when we arrived at the venue, it was cancelled. The cleanup event got cancelled because of bad weather. But my team and I, we still pushed through with the cleanup. We still picked up pieces of trash and litter, and we also helped other people in gathering their trash. So it went on for a few hours, and right after, our moderator, our teacher, he was there. His name is Sir Doming. He was also our facilitator and the reason why we were there at the cleanup. And when we went there, he took videos and pictures of us picking up pieces of trash and litter from the sidewalk, and then he uploaded it on social media. And the following day, it went viral. At least 2 million people saw our videos and pictures. And because of that, it created a discussion, and that's the entire point. If you're going to share a story or an experience, it must lead to a discussion. That's how you're going to inspire other people because they will remember it. So in your case, I advise you that in order to inspire other people, share a story that is related to your advocacy. And number 3, empower. By definition, empower means teaching a person how to motivate themselves. So you've done step 1 and step 2. You're able to educate yourself, and then you inspired other people by sharing a story, and now you need to help these people to inspire themselves, to educate themselves about it. You need to teach a person or a group of people to motivate themselves to support you. And you may do so by number 1, organization involvement, and number 2, being with a group. How can we do that? It is simple. You are already doing it. You are a part of an organization. And that is very important in empowering other people because this time you are no longer alone. You have other people with you in doing your cause because you inspired them. And these people have the same cause as you with your advocacy. And now, how can you empower your group? How can you empower your organization to keep on doing your mission? Based on my own experience, I was able to do so by doing team building activities. I know it is difficult right now in this pandemic to do team building activities, but it does not have to be in person. You can do so online, or if you have any in-person meetings, you can do a simple activity or a simple game that can at least, remove the shyness of your peers. Because when you are in an organization, it is not easy. You are with a big group of people, and even if you know each other, there is still a part of you that has a tendency to be shy. Even if I was a former president of my organization in BPO, I was still shy. There was still a part of me that is still shy. And if I'm being asked to speak up or do a short speech, I would still feel nervous and scared each and every time. Right now, I feel nervous, but at the same time, I feel comfortable now because I know that this is my advocacy and I am doing what I can to support all of you by doing this talk. So how can you empower your peers or your organization? You may empower one another by coming up with an activity that all of you can do at the same time. Recently, I became a member of Greenpeace Philippines. It is a nationwide organization that aims to promote environmental awareness and action through non-violent interaction. So Greenpeace, every Saturday, we would have a Zoom meeting and we would do different fun activities together. And since we're doing activities together as a group, like for example, we had a bingo night. We played the game together, we bonded, and that's important. You need to form a bond with your group. That's how you will be able to empower each other by forming a bond. Once you are a part of an organization, it does not stop there. It does not stop in being a member. You need to grow. That's why you are with a big group of people, because you are there to learn from each other. Listen to one another. Have an open forum. That is my number 1 suggestion. Have an open forum. Open up to each other. Share each other's stories. Open up a discussion about your advocacy. Get to know one another, and with all of your strengths combined, I am sure that you can move on to the last step, which is to act. So number 1, educate, inspire, empower, and lastly, act. This is the act of doing action in your advocacy. This is the knowledge application and uplifting society. So how do you do that? Again, I am sure that you're now doing this, but I am just telling it again as a reminder. When you are acting on your advocacy, you are now involving yourself in certain activities, you are participating in events, or in your organization, you are coming up with your own events, and you are inviting other people to join. That's acting. You're acting upon what you are fighting for, and that is very important. And now, what do we know about Umeed Sahar? I am not sure if I am pronouncing it correctly. Forgive me if I am not able to say it correctly, but I am trying. So I did a quick background check about your organization, and honestly, I would like to say congratulations for making a successful organization, and I would like to applaud all of you for doing a great job so far. I have seen your Instagram, I have seen your blogs, your activities, and I am so happy that all of you are doing everything that you can for your advocacy, which is to finance students and provide education for them. You are uplifting poor families from their situation through the power of education. And I couldn't be more proud of all of you. Even if I am from the Philippines and you are all so far away, just by reading and by seeing all of your activities gave me a feeling of the desire to do action, to support all of you. And that's important. You're doing the right steps. You're on the right track. You are influencing me, even if I am from another country. You are influencing me to do something, to act. And now, because you have a very strong mission, you also have a strong foundation. And I have seen on your website that you aim to make or to have a united team with members from different backgrounds and ethnicities, people with different languages. So in short, you want to have a diverse group of people, and you all share a common goal, and that is to fulfill the mission of your organization. And now I have another question for all of you. What else do you want them to know? What else do you want us, the people? What else do you want us to know about your organization? Because yes, we already know that your mission is to finance students through donation drives, by asking donations from us through social media. We know that you are very close to your advocacy because it means so much to all of you. But now, what else is there? What else can we learn from you? Or is there anything else that we need to know? And so here's my advice. Let the people know your organization through you, the members. And how do we do that? Again, by using your voice. As stated by Austin Kleon, the only way to find your voice is to use it. Use your voice. And on this photo, you may see that is me. I am doing a speech at my alma mater at school. I was doing a short talk about my journey, how I overcame bullying, because when I was around at the age of 12 or 13, I experienced bullying, and now I am sharing my story, and I shared my story to students, to the youth. I shared my experience to empower them that just because you are experiencing bullying, it does not mean you cannot move forward and become a better person. So that was the topic of my talk, as you can see on the photo. Now, let's go to the power of story. Why is it important to share our experiences? Human beings are meaning makers. As human beings, you always want to discover and relate to something that we are seeing. We want to make sense of anything around us, right? And a story can be oral or written. It's alright to share your story while you're speaking, or you can write about it and make it a short story or a book, as long as it's conveying a message and it is clear. A story is a way for an individual to make sense of the world, to make sense of life. A story is how individuals attach meaning or significance to the contour of experience that fills their lives. It is a method of relating with other people through our own point of view, through our voice. Because as human beings, we are not just here to be alive. As people, we are not just here to eat, to sleep, to study, and that's it. There is more to us. There is more to being a human being. Humans are meant to connect and socialize with each other. As we share an experience, it gives someone or anyone a tendency to relate with you. And if you can make people relate to you, to relate to your story, that's where the impact comes in. That's where the inspiration comes. When you are able to connect with people because of what you are saying, you are forming a connection, and that is important. If you're able to make a connection with people because of what you are going through in life, the more it becomes personal and relatable, and thus it will give people a sense of empathy. They will feel for you. They will feel compassion. They will feel driven to support you and do action about it. That's why it is so important to tell our stories. And now, what else can we improve? So now that we know why is it important to tell stories, how can we do that on a global scale? It is difficult to go around places right now because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19, but there is always an alternative, and that is through social media. As a beauty queen, it is very hard for me to do activities, and for the past months, I was only able to do online activities. Like for example, like what you have seen in this picture, as you can see on the photo, I am doing an interview with 3 people, and that is what I'm doing right now. I am using my voice. I am still connecting with people through social media. And here is also my suggestion to your organization. Use social media. Yes, you do have Instagram, you do have a website, but this time use your personal accounts as well. Use your accounts as your platform, because I came up with 3 steps on how to engage in social media, how to put your advocacy into the limelight and attract a big audience. Step 1, engage with your audience. Like I've mentioned earlier, If you have a personal Instagram account or Facebook account, use it. Use it as your platform. Share the posts of your organization or make a vlog. Because number two, be creative. If you want to engage with your audience, if you want to have a wider platform or a wider impact, be creative. It is not enough to post photos or updates or articles about what you're doing, but this time use your imagination. Use your talents, your skills. What can you do that can help you to further promote your advocacy or your organization? You can write a song, you can do a dance number, you can record yourself doing a vlog, or why not use your talent in the field of arts? If you are a person who loves to draw, who loves to paint, then use it. You can use your gifts, your talents in promoting your cause. For example, I am a nature advocate, an environmentalist, and for the past months, I have used my skills in painting. I painted surroundings, I did sketches, and I share it on social media. Because if you also use your skills, your talents, people can connect with you with it. If you're able to use your gifts, if you're able to come up with a branding of your own, that's the word, branding. If you can brand yourself with your advocacy and with your creativity, the more people will be drawn to you because you are sharing something that is new and creative. So, if you want to have a wider audience, be creative, use your imagination. And number three, map out a long-term goal. What do you want to achieve? You can make a list, you can write it down on a piece of paper. What do I want to achieve for this month? Or as an organization, what do we want to achieve by the end of this month or by the end of this year? Do we want at least 100 more followers on Instagram, or are we aiming to have at least a guest appearance on television or on a radio station? Or are we aiming for a support from public figures like celebrities or beauty queens or anyone on the entertainment industry? You map out a long-term goal. So once again, I will repeat, to be able to maximize your influence in social media, number one, engage with your audience. Widen your perspective. Reach out to people from around the world. Number two, be creative. Come up with activities or events or posters that has a touch of you. You can perform, you can sing, you can dance, you can do a vlog, edit videos. Find out what your strengths are and use it to influence other people. And number three, map out a long-term goal so that all of you will know what you want to accomplish as you do this for the entire year. And once again, I would like to say this quote: our actions may be limited, but it can be maximized. It is not easy to be in this situation right now wherein it is not safe to go outside, and each and every time you will worry about your health or for the people around you. But even if our actions are limited, the choice is always yours to maximize it. And you may do so through social media, through your creativity, and of course, your passion in your advocacy. Follow the 4 steps. educate, inspire, empower, and act. Remember, no one else in the world has had the same experience and influence as you have. So I highly encourage everyone to share your passions and stories because there will never be another one of you. Your life is your message. Your purpose amplifies the truth that is meant to be heard through your voice. So once again, my name is Mariel Prion, your Miss Teen Glam International 2020, a proud nature advocate. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you have learned a lot. And in Filipino, we say thank you. Maraming salamat.